Most people don't fail their healing journey or their spiritual or personal development because they don't have the right information. Most of the time, it's because they're stuck in patterns that are preventing them from taking the proper action. And I know this because I've been there. And if you've been struggling with your health, your personal or your spiritual development, whatever it is, whether it's physical or spiritual or emotional, you're probably dealing with one, if not four, of the things I'm going to mention today. And when you begin to recognize them and then take the steps or actions to overcome them, then you'll be able to move forward with clarity and purpose. You see, let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself that you'll begin your healing journey or your journey into changing or becoming the person you desire to be, or to doing the things you desire to experience when the kids go off to school, or when life slows down, or when you have enough money? And you probably already know what I'm going to say because you've heard it time and time again, but it's something you need to hear. The truth is, there never is a perfect time. Either you will do what you say or you will not. You see, your life will always be full of distractions. It will always be full of responsibilities, and there will always be reasons to wait. But healing, change, growth, experiences, they don't require you to be perfect. They don't require perfect action. What they require is small, imperfect, or small incremental steps or changes over time. It requires commitment and discipline. You have to realize that small, imperfect steps every day are better than waiting for the perfect moment, because you will always be waiting. There has been people in this world to show us time and time again that you can prosper regardless of world conditions. You can have your own heaven on earth. There are good people, positive people, impactful people that have shown us, despite war, despite poverty, despite whatever negative experience they experienced or that was happening in the world, they were able to create a life and experience a life that they desire to live. And if they can do it, then I ask you, why can't you? Because you're waiting for the perfect moment? Or this is your sign that there will never be any perfect moment. But what you can do is take small steps over time. What you can do is do the things that you need to do that will put you in the right places with the right opportunities and with the right people. But constantly waiting for something to happen, waiting for that right moment, you will always be waiting. You've probably been waiting already, which is why you're watching this video. So let's begin to take small steps and celebrate the small wins. Now, this one hits home because this was me 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. But if you're someone who loves learning, right? Especially when it comes to health, mindset, and spirituality, especially spirituality, then you might be trapped in a cycle of over-researching without ever taking any action. You're now an information addict. You see, you watch videos, you read books, you listen to podcasts, you save posts. But when it comes down to actually applying the knowledge that you learn, you hesitate. And it may be because deep down, there's a fear that if you try it, it may not work, that you may fail. But the only way to know what can happen is to actually try to do it, and to not care who says what, when they say it, how they say it, but to be proud of yourself because you tried, especially if you succeed at it. But you won't never know until you do. All you have is a bunch of what ifs and scenarios in the mind while you're still stuck in the same place with the same people, experiencing the same things, wishing for change. This also applies to New Age spirituality, or all of the theories that we all have, because I used to be there. You realize once you begin your journey to waking up, and you may be this individual now, or you may know someone that's like this. I've been there literally. Once you begin your journey of waking up and becoming aware of how the world is really ran, how it works, what is happening, who done what, when, where, why, what families, etc., you get stuck in this cycle of constantly consuming all of this information about these people, what they've done, how it happened, when it happened, whose theory may be the best theory or the correct theory, or who thinks they're right and who thinks they're wrong. And you get sucked up into all of this information and you begin to go down the rabbit hole. And now you are consuming all of this information and all of this material, even though you won't do or you can't do anything with it, or it doesn't apply to you. So maybe you're psyching yourself out, or maybe you're just down the rabbit hole and now you're stuck. Instead of being a doer and taking action, you are now a consumer and a watcher. And it gets to a point in your life where you begin to realize you are tired of being a watcher, you are tired of being a consumer, and you want to take your life into your own hands, despite who's doing what, when, where, or why. And you begin to realize that you can't continue focusing on what another man has planned for your life, or what another person or individual or whatever has planned for your life. But you have to focus on what it is that you and the divine have planned for yourself. Don't let that go over your head. You have to realize that you cannot continue paying attention, giving your energy away, your res away to another being, worrying about what another being has planned for your life. Instead, you take your life into your own hands and focus on what it is that you have planned for you, what it is that the universe, that the divine has planned for you. Take yourself out of the rabbit hole and realize that it is okay to engage in these types of conversations, especially if they're intellectually stimulating for you. And it is okay to become aware of these things, because some of this information does apply to you. Some of this information is important to know because it can help you see through the veil and see what's really happening and how to move for you and your family, or for yourself if you're alone. But the point is to put down or take a break from over consuming information that does not immediately apply to whatever goals it is that you have, to whatever it is that you desire to do, or to whoever it is that you desire to be. To realize when you are consuming too much, and to take a break and realize that, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with me right now. This won't change my life with me knowing this right now. This has nothing to do with my ultimate goals right now or down the line. And so while this is entertaining, I'll come back to this when I have time for this. Right now, I have work to do. You have to talk yourself through these things and take yourself out of that cycle. It got so bad to me at one point where, when I began my journey, I started with the book, Behold the Pale Horse. And if you know, you know, right? And I guess I was so deep in, because now that I reflect on it, I understand why I reacted the way I did in a way, but I would not react the way I would now if I reread it, right? Which is, I was scared. And at one point I cried from reading through it and seeing all of this stuff happening and what was going on. It was a lot for me to take in, and I cried and I was sad and I was scared. And then I realized that I can't give my energy away to my fears. I can't give my energy away to another being. I can't give that power away to another person or another thing. You know, I can't give up before it even began, before my journey has even begun. I can't do it. I need to remain strong. I need to focus on my growth and helping the growth of others. Because that which you fixate your mind on is what you will receive more of, the law of attraction. We know this, yet we always want to hope for the best, but think about the worst. Pray for the best, but think about the negatives. You see, instead of focusing on or praying for what we want and also thinking about it, or hoping for what we want and also expecting it, expecting the good that we desire. Instead of expecting the good that we desire, we hope for it and then think about all the negative things that can happen in between. And we have to fix that. And so for me, I had to make a shift. Stop over consuming. Stop giving my power away. Start becoming more aware of my thoughts. Where's my energy going? Where's my power going? And redirect it to something that's more beneficial for me or those around me. So I ask you, are you over-researching? Are you constantly consuming all of this information, yet it doesn't apply to you? And because you're spending so much of your time researching, reading, watching, that you're not even putting that energy back into yourself to see positive change. Now, here's the next one, which is, and I see this one a lot, finding the perfect plan, but not sticking to it. And what I mean by that is that a lot of the time in health, especially in health, but also in our own lives, you finally found the right plan for you, whether it's a meditation plan, a workout routine, a detox routine, whatever it is. And you're ready to go all in. The fire is lit. You're motivated. But what happens when the fire goes out? Where is your commitment? Where is your discipline? Where is your consistency, right? The motivation is gone now. A couple weeks have passed and you've fallen off. But what most of us do is, instead of adjusting because we fell off, we quit altogether. And then we set ourselves back, right? And we have to get to a point to realize that healing, growth, isn't about perfection. None of this is about perfection. All of it is about progress. We get this plan and we want to stick to the plan, but we have to realize that life happens. And sometimes you'll miss a day or you'll miss a routine in your day, right? But the point is to realize that it's okay. Long as you are being consistent in the areas that count. Long as you are putting in the time, the work, the effort to do it. When you fall off, instead of allowing yourself to fall off permanently, you adjust yourself and you hop back on. For example, I'll give you guys an example from me. I'm doing a 60-day challenge and I think I'm like 20-something days in. Out of 20-something days, I've missed multiple different days under multiple different categories of things I have on my to-do list. So I have like 5 categories or 6 categories of things to work on in my life to build better habits in those areas. And I have stickies, and I take a sticky off the wall each day that I complete one of those things. And some days my lower nature wins and I'm a bit lazy, or let's say I'm not being lazy and I've had a lot to do that day in a lot of different other areas, and I did not get to this. Okay, I did not get to this. Instead of saying, fuck it, I'm just not going to do it, I give up. No, I've already started mapping out to add an extra day to that challenge, or to do another 30 days of that challenge until it becomes a habit that has stuck with me or that is going to stick with me. So whatever it is, whatever plan it is, whatever goals it is you desire to do, whatever plan it is that you have or that your mentor has come up with for you, or your holistic provider or your provider in general has come up for you to change your life, whether it's in your health or your personal development, try sticking to the plan. Sometimes we get so motivated that we have this one plan, we fall off and we think we need an entirely new plan, even though the plan that we had was perfect for us and it could have gotten us to our goals. But now we're bouncing around from plan to plan without ever actually seeing anything through. This is a big one that I've been working on, and I think I'm going to be working on for a while now. Most of us will, which is that, how should I say this? Because this isn't just about health, but it's about your personal and spiritual growth. You see, so many of us in life, we try to fix things on a surface level, right? So whether we're dealing with stress or whether we have some type of health issue or spiritual issue, we look for quick fixes, especially with health. If something's wrong, for example, you have persistent headaches, you take an Excedrin or an Advil instead of figuring out why you have a persistent headache. If you have something in your body and it could have been healed naturally, for example, fibroids, most of the time you can heal it naturally, you get it cut off. Why? Because it's a quick fix, or so you think it is. But for most women, it's not. It grows back, it comes back. Why? Because you didn't fix the underlying issue. You didn't fix the root. You didn't pull it from its root. You just fixed the symptom. And the same thing applies to us when we're trying to grow in life. We're looking for a self-help book that'll tell us all the answers, or a quick manifestation method, or even a scam. And that one is a big one. Let me digress for a moment. So I gotta sit up for this one. So when it comes to scams, right? Because I used to be this person. Let me know in the comments if you are this person. You should now realize that if you've tried to pull a fast one over on the universe or on life, and you tried to do a scam or get money quick in some way that you knew it was wrong, in some way that it wasn't the optimal way or the best way or the right way to do things, right? You're being impatient because you want the money, right? But every time you've tried to do that, you've tried to follow other people who are doing it and having success, and you think you can be one of those people, and you've tried, but it has backfired against you negatively every single time. Why do you think that is? Because life, the universe, the creator is trying to show you, hey, this ain't for you. This is not for you. It's not for you to judge what the other person is doing or what they have going on, but to realize that this right here, this ain't for you, because you are one of those people that have to go through the things in life to be the person you want to be, experience the things you desire to experience, make the money you want to make. You know, you have to go through the trials, you have to go through the tribulations to get to where you want to be. And this scam, it's not going to get you there. They don't work because you haven't fixed the root cause. And the root cause is linked to what? Your subconscious mind. Everything is. You see, your patterns, your struggles, your toxic cycles, your emotional triggers, anything that triggers you, it's all linked to you not unlearning past conditioning. You have to reprogram your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is nothing more than a collection of thoughts, of beliefs, of habits that you've cultivated or that was put into you from your family, your friends, your culture, and even your country. And if those belief systems, if those habits, if those ways of thinking are not serving you in your life right now for the better and will not serve you to where you want to be moving forward, you have to unlearn them. And the same thing with a scam. You're trying to scam people, but maybe you need to look at this from a bird's eye view and think, hey, the reason why I can't scam like other people and get a quick fix, you know, get some quick money or fast cash, or let's say you do get the money, but it goes right back out where it came from. The quicker it comes in, the quicker it goes out, is because life is trying to teach you, or the creator, the divine is trying to teach you that, hey, the reason you can't keep money, the reason you may not be able to be one of those people who can scam and get a quick fix, the reason you may not be establishing permanent change in your life is because you need to go through the things in life to reprogram yourself permanently to be a better person, thinking in better ways, being around better people and in better places. In order for you to be in the places with the right opportunities, the right people, you have to reprogram your mind to think better, to do better, to permanently change who you are. And when you do that, then you see the good that you desire. But until you do that, you will keep repeating the same toxic cycles, and you will keep getting the same negative results, and you will continue having a negative relationship with money. The problem isn't money. The problem is you, your way of thinking. And the same thing applies to health. You get headaches all the time, or you get headaches all the time, or maybe your fibroids keep coming back. The problem isn't the thing that's showing up or manifesting. The problem is you, because you are the one manifesting it. Don't let that go over your head. Okay? So what do? We begin to take a second to ask ourselves, what is the root cause of what I'm struggling with right now? And that is a deep question. And it's one that I'm still working on. Every day I add something to the list of what is the root cause of something I'm dealing with, because it gets deep. Every time you think you found an answer, there's another answer beyond that of where this originated from and why and what you can do about it. But once you begin to take a second to ask yourself that question and to figure out what is the root cause, whether it's fear or an unresolved emotion, maybe trauma or a belief system that's not serving you, you begin to take steps to overcome that way of thinking and that way of being. So if you're stuck in any of these patterns, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them, know that you are not alone. And that's the beautiful thing about the internet, is that we can relate to each other and see and realize and learn from each other, right? If this video has helped you in any way, drop a comment, let me know what you think, and let me know which part resonated with you. And if you want more holistic health content, transformation content, don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to push my videos out onto the algorithm so that more people can see the content. And if you want to join a community of like-minded individuals to get help with your healing journey, whether it's holistic health or your personal development and transformation, don't forget to join us on the school platform. The community is free right now. The link is in my description, and I'm going to wish you guys peace, love, light, and healing. See you next time.